transgression, clean up the corruption, set the captives free. He will not give I and I more than I can bear. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. He will not make Lucifer get your soul to smear. Just say no. My father say no. Just say no. He man go tear down the walls of Babylon, clean up the corruption, drive away transgression, rule equality.
Of course, before we listen to the Electoral Commissioners, we have some issue just surfacing there in the court. I find very interesting. We're gonna come back, Dominica, after this.
You don't have money, but you want to score.
You can't wait till month in the draw.
You have a little money, but you want more.
You need a loan, what you waiting for?
But I need to buy a weed for my head.
I use the money to buy some bread.
I don't want food, I want the money instead.
Looks like you want to run me dread.
Go buy fast cash. Faster, smarter, and better.
Go buy fast cash and get a loan.
Your man don't give you money, not to sweat now.
Fast cash right there to help you.
Go buy fast cash.
Visit our Rosa or Portsmouth locations or contact us at 448-3278.
Go buy fast cash.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Do you have wedding dresses, prom, first communion, or confirmation dresses, ball or dinner gowns, men's and boys' formal suits, or any kind of formal wear that you need to part way with? Well, now's your chance to empty out your closet as we are looking to purchase them from you. For more information, please call 315-7171. Hurry, you don't want to miss this opportunity.
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yes, the Super Scouts and Gallia Village Council will be hosting the Feast of St. Peter's from Saturday, July 1 to Sunday, July 2. Faites la Saint-Pierre, faites la Saint-Pierre Scouts. Tout le monde a tout quoi la Dominique Vini manger bon poisson. Et jouer bon musique et cache coupe. Faites la Saint-Pierre. On Saturday, July 1, Fish Night featuring the finest DJs in Dominica from 4 p.m. till. On Sunday, July 2, Fat Day, church service at the Suffolk Catholic Church, then back to Scotland and Paddy with the undisputed kings of Kadar Slims and Music, Midnight Groomers. And the bad boys from Lapa, the first serenade.
Tell me, Lambo. Well, tell me something.
Partners include the office of the Prime Minister Roosevelt, Scary Honorable Dennis Charles, Petro Caribbean, Kubuli Chebe, South Flow, Dominica, St. Max Development Committee, Office of the OECS, Dominica National Petroleum, Lama, St. Max Fisher Folks Corporated, Casa Kukai Kwaze, Faites la Sapiens.
Dominica, good afternoon. I know you are seated waiting, huh? The two commissioners there, outspoken, I hear. But there's another breaking development from the courts that we want to talk to you about. Last week we heard from the judge, and we heard again a response from the DPP. Almost seemed like a war of words between the two. A lot of comments about this not being good for the system. Another development today, Kalajan Baptist was at the High Court. The judge, I'm being told, does not want to have an audience with the DPP. Kalajan Baptist, what can you tell us, or can you expand that for us?
Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to your many listeners.
Good afternoon.
Well, the matter came up today. Mr. Darius Jones was doing the matter today. And of course, the DPP, Ms. Baptiste, was in court along with her assistant. And she stood up to address the court. And the judge told her that she did not want to hear her. So Ms. Baptiste, the DPP, probably thought that the judge probably was not hearing her mic. So she was fixing her mic, probably to speak to the judge. The judge told her, Ms. Baptiste, I do not want to hear you. And so Ms. Baptiste had to take her seat. Now remember, Matt, I told you, and I said that to the world, and I will say it again, the press release of the DPP was not good. I have spoken to the amount of lawyers I've heard. They whisper in circles, and one or two you will hear saying different things. But generally, the consensus is that you should not have issued that press release. Remember a few years ago.
But before you go on, Kalal, because there's criticism too out there, whispers as well, of the judge. So the judge can basically criticize the DPP and she should not criticize herself or respond?
Matt, listen to me.
Uh-huh.
Where in the world do you hear a lawyer or lawyers publicly criticizing, in our region, maybe you in the US, publicly criticizing a judge? We do not.
But it might not have happened before, Kalal. That doesn't mean that a lawyer cannot criticize a judge.
Yeah, but if, Matt, this is the judge you are criticizing, and you want to go to have an audience with the judge. So you're going to criticize me and try to bring me to shame, and you expect to have an audience with me?
But you haven't answered my question, Kalal. Did the judge have a right to criticize the DPP's office?
The judge has a right to speak. It's just like when you go to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal judges will make comments, and they will express their frustration and their disappointment about different things. Are you telling me that because they made their comments that you can go and criticize the Court of Appeal judges?
I'm not saying Kalal is the norm, but I can say that anybody has a right to criticize anybody. That's what I'm saying. That's what democracy is about. Yes.
I can speak. I can say certain things, but I still have to watch what I say. But if you look at the 4-page documents from the DPP, Matt, like I told you, the DPP had her say in open court after the judge spoke. She could have, if she wanted, sought an audience with the judge and try to thrash that out. I can tell you that the Ministry of Legal Affairs, those in the hierarchy circles, are not at all happy with that press release.
John Baptist, they don't have to be happy. They don't have to be. That's how democracy works. You criticize, I can criticize. I should be able to criticize or respond. Was any part of that release there, was there any contempt?
Well, I mean, you see the judge, the DPP stated that the judge is acting like she is DPP or wants to act like DPP and judge. That is a serious comment.
Really haven't answered the question. Was there contempt in that response from the DPP? I'm not taking for any side. I'm just saying that the way I practice, give everybody a chance to talk. If they're not being rude to you, why can't they talk? But anyway,
you can make certain comments to the judge. You say, my lady, respectfully. But you issue a press release, and in that press release, you have it with you, brother man. You are saying that the High Court judge is acting as DPP and the judge. Brother man, you're not getting it. You're not getting it, brother.
I'm getting it, Kalal. I'm saying to you again, the DPP in her role have a chance of a choice to respond or not. That's how I know democracy works. Not because she's a judge, all respect to the judge, that somebody cannot attack what you've said. That's basically what I'm saying. But we'll go on and on. What was the response though in the courtroom today?
Doing it. There are ways and means of doing it. You understand? There are ways and like you always say, it's not everything you have to say. And it is better that you are thought of as a fool than to open your mouth. And
Well, Kala, how did the matter continue in the court today? I'd like to know what happened then.
well, if the judge is saying that she does not want to hear you, you cannot force the judge to hear you. Remember, many years gone by, the then DPP Roger Pinfold, Justice Dunbar Sinak, told him to fold and disappear. Fold and disappear. I am hoping that
DPP actually took her back and walked out.
if she stayed there a little while and then she left. She stayed a little while and then she left. But it is not going down well. I can tell you.
But did the matter, good friend is observing, did the matter continue with her?
There are other lawyers, in the DPP's office.
Okay.
Ms. Rumpel has to deal with the matter. And she is, past 8 years, so she's about 9 years practicing as a lawyer.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if you insult, quote unquote, my boss in that way, should I sit down and listen? What should have happened?
You're not getting it,
I am getting it, Kalad, because your argument is on one side of the fence. You're not listening to the other side of the argument.
It is not on one side of the fence. The argument is that you cannot go and publicly criticize a high court judge or the court of appeal judges. You cannot do that.
You can draw almost an analogy there with the Speaker of the House. When she speaks, nobody has to talk.
No, that is different, Matt.
It's different. It's about authority. Kalajan Baptist will continue. We'll have a tit-tat there with some of the callers, I'm sure, have their two pens before we take in the commissioners. Thank you very much, though, Kalajan Baptist. We have to agree to disagree on this point. All right, thank you very much. And sometimes I do. Hello, talk to me.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Madam there.
Uh-huh.
Madam, here not the rapport between you and Kalai.
Uh-huh.
And with all respect to Kalai,
Yes.
democracy must continue to reign in that country. Matt, once there is no contempt
Right.
in the DPP's response to the judge, my brother, the judge has a right to speak her mind on a matter or on whatever decision or reaction from the judge. Why do you think, Matt, it has court of appeal? And sometimes the higher court basically sets aside the judge ruling in the lower court and rules in a different way. So a judge is fallible, my brother. So the notion that is going out there from that judge in question and Kala to a lesser extent that the judge should not be criticized or whatever in the public, my brother, I find that is taking it now to another degree. I mean to say you are a court officer, be it a lawyer, judge, the cases, and curse of the judge or fall in the line of contempt, you can be charged. But if the judge tell you something in the court, you can say, my worship, respectfully, that is so, and explain yourself.
I wish I had the time to go back to what the judge said then in response to what the DPP said to her. Maybe tomorrow we'll address that a bit. Okay, we'll have a few more minutes and wrap up the discussion. We have the commissioners waiting. Thank you. Hello?
Yes, good afternoon, Matt. Listeners.
Yes.
Matt, when something is said or done, I hate to hear that word cannot, and when it's said or done already. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. Hello, talk to me. 449. I'll get the both reports tomorrow morning and play that for you, okay? Hello, talk to me. 449-3095. We'll wrap it up in a few. Are you there?
Yes, Matt. Matt, I believe Carlisle would make a very good slave, you know. Yeah, the way he speaks, he'd make a very good slave.
Why do you think you'd make a slave?
Yeah, no, because he's very submissive. I mean, come on, so you cannot question a judge? Of course you can. I support the DPP. He'll make a very good slave.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, Carlisle. It's been suggested you see in one eye. You're closing one eye and you opening the other. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, you're so right about that. What is wrong with Carlisle? Is Carlisle for real? Is he for real that you cannot talk back to a judge? As long as you are not disrespectful to the judge, my friend, you can talk back to a judge. A judge is just a human being like everybody else. Come on, as long as was there any contempt, Matt? Was there any contempt?
No, not that I know. Not that I know. But tomorrow I'll play in the full text what the judge said and what the DPP responded. Okay?
And Carlisle must go back to school to learn journalism.
Don't attack him personally. This is not what is this about. You agree or you don't agree. Thank you very much. Don't get personal. 1:23 is the afternoon time. And, surprisingly, when this came out, somebody was saying quietly to me, a renowned person was saying, Matt, Carlisle is wrong. That was since last week. The judge speaks, the DPP should respond. You attacked her office.
Yes.
Hello, talk to me. Hi.
Matt, what's up?
All right.
My boy, very good program.
Uh-huh.
You see, that is what the average man have been facing in the court.
Okay.
That's why he have to go with a lawyer, so the lawyer can speak for him. So that is what the DPP is saying now. The DPP is saying now, the little boys can defend themselves by speaking to a judge, but the judge will not listen. Gentlemen, take note. Watch what is happening on Q95. Don't take it for a joke. Bye-bye.
Hello, talk to me. Hello.
Yes, hi Matt, how are you?
Good.
Matt, I think I've watched enough court proceedings.
Mhm.
If there's a back and forth with the judge and the lawyers, they would ask them to approach the bench, discuss whatever it is, and give them the warning, you do it again, you're going to be in contempt of the court. The judge has no business criticizing the lawyer in front of the whole court. So she has the right to answer, whoever it is. Carlisle is reporting. He can keep his opinion and let the other people decide if this was right or wrong. He is reporting his opinion, not the proceedings, okay? And then sitting there arguing, oh no, you can't. I was beginning to think it was...
But what the problem is, the response from the DPP in recent times did not happen in the court, It happened outside of the court system. The judge criticized her in the court. So I'm suggesting that, these two officials should have met in chambers and discuss it going forward. 1:25 is the afternoon time. Somebody's going to jump and maybe tell the judge Matt was criticizing. No, I'm saying if you criticize her, she should have
every right to respond.
Thank you very much. Before we wrap it up, I'll go into this discussion here. Maybe I should ask two legal students, I'll call them. Hillary knows the court very, very, very well, I think. Maybe he can share what you think at this time, Hillary. Before we move to the whole discuss that we've been having for the past 2 days. What do you think of this matter before us now?
Matt, I'm not privy to the facts.
Right.
I did not listen to the program, neither yesterday nor Monday or Tuesday. I've never listened to the program. I was on my farm working extremely hard, trying to survive. But from what I'm gathering, Matt, if the judge scold the DPP or make some comments to that effect, it is only reasonable for the DPP to respond in a reasonable manner as well, without being in contempt of court. You know what I'm saying, Matt? Or rather, if there's a situation between a judge and a layman, But
I know you understand the court system very well.
They are implementing a judge and a DPP. I think she could have pulled up the DPP in chambers and mash up the DPP in chambers. You know? Deal with it in chambers. But if you ridicule her in front of all I don't know the facts, as I'm saying. I don't know what was said. But if the situation is such that she was dealt with in the public, it is clear that she would want to clear her name if she feels that some of the things leveled at her were not reasonable or fair. If that is the case,
okay,
she has every reason to respond.
All right, thank you very much. Wayne, any response? No. All right, thank you very much. It's 1:27. We will take a break and then we'll come back. Dominica, right after this.
You don't have money, but you want to score.
You can't wait till month end to draw.
You have a little money, but you want more.
You need a loan, what you waiting for?
But I need to buy a weed for my head.
I use the money there to buy some bread.
I don't want food, I want the money instead.
Looks like you want to run me dread.
Faster, smarter, and better.
Go buy fast cash and get a loan.
Your man don't give you money, not to sweat now.
Fast cash right there to help you.
Fast cash.
Visit our Rosa or Portsmouth locations or contact us at 448-3278.
Go buy fast cash.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Do you have wedding dresses, prom, first communion, or confirmation dresses, ball or dinner gowns, men's and boys' formal suits, or any kind of formal wear that you need to part way with? Well, now's your chance to empty out your closet as we are looking to purchase them from you. For more information, please call 315-7171. Hurry, you don't want to miss this opportunity.
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky.
Shine bright like a diamond.
The Dominican Public Service Union provides professional services to members and represent their interests in all areas of industrial relations. The deep.
Yes, the Super Scouts and Gallio Village Council will be hosting the Feast of St. Peter's from Saturday, July 1 to Sunday, July 2. Fête la Saint-Pierre, fête la Saint-Pierre Scouts. Tout le monde a tout quoi la Dominique Vini manger bon poisson. Et jouer bon musique et quelque chose pour fête la Saint-Pierre. On Saturday, July 1, Fish Night featuring the finest DJs in Dominica from 4 p.m. till. On Sunday, July 2, Fat Day, church service at the Suffolk Catholic Church, then back to Scotland and Paddy with the undisputed kings of Kadas Limbs and Music, Midnight Bloomers. And the bad boys from Lapa, the first serenade.
Tell me, Lago. Well, tell me something.
Partners include the office of the Prime Minister Roosevelt, Scary Honorable Dennis Charles, Petro Karen B, Kubuli Chebe, South Flow, Dominica, St. Max Development Committee, Office of the OECS, Dominica National Petroleum, Lama, St. Max Fish and Folks Cooperative, Casa Kuka y Kwaze, Fête La Sapière.
We'll play it again. Brother Peter Tosh. Before I introduce the guest.
Must Rasta bear this cross alone and all the heathens go free? Just say no.
Just say no.
Just say no.
Just say no.
Must Rasta live in misery and heathens in luxury? Just say no.
Just say no.
Just say no.
Just say no.
It's coming to tear down the walls of oppression. Drive away.
Before I introduce
Clean up corruption.
our guest here, I'm gonna go to the original insert this week that sparked off all the debates. Let's listen to Lennox Linton.
The Prime Minister invited the Commonwealth to send a team of observers for the election of December 8th, 2014. The Commonwealth sent in that team. The team made its observations. And a report was issued. Have you ever seen the report, Matt?
No, I haven't seen any report. As a matter of fact, sometime 2 weeks ago, I met with a very interesting source, and I was asking, did you recommend a report, anything to the government of Dominica? I've never seen any report from any of the observers.
Well, we've seen.
Is that available?
Well, I now have a copy of the report.
Only now?
No, a couple of weeks ago, because I've been studying it.
Okay.
I have a copy of the report which I requested from the technical team that from the Commonwealth that has visited Dominica and is working with the Commonwealth, with the Electoral Commission. They spoke to us in the context of that exercise, giving technical assistance on electoral reform to the Electoral Commission. And I asked for a copy of the 2014 report. I have a copy of the 2014 report. And a number of questions arising out of that. The only thing I want to do this morning, Matt, is to read part of the conclusion of that report, where it states, quote,
it appears that this is surfacing publicly for the first time.
I don't know. You said you've never seen it. I've told you that I got this report for the first time within the last 2 weeks. Okay? And it says, the mission concludes, however, that the election, and we're talking here about the election of 2014, December 8th, 2014, was not necessarily fair due to the lack of balance and in some cases lack of professionalism of the media, the absence of campaign finance regulations, and the resultant lack of transparency on financing, coupled with the exponentially increased expense associated with campaigning, multiple instances of treating and bribery, including the transportation of electors to the island to vote, and the apparent abuses of incumbency, including a lack of impartiality in the provision of public services. We therefore propose the following recommendations.
All right, I'm going to start off this discussion by asking both commissioners, Mr. Hilary Schlenford and Wayne James. Of course, this is a very controversial report, it appears. Why, or when did you guys see this report the first?
Matt Pelte, good afternoon to you. And good afternoon to Dominicans at home and overseas.
Yes.
Before I go into the discussion, I want to start off by quoting this. Lord of our nations, thus to thee, our country we commend.
All right.
Be thou her refuge and her trust, her everlasting friend. Secondly, I requested a song that you played a while ago. And I will just ask at this time.
Right.
Must Hillary and Wayne bear this cross alone? Jaja say no. Jaja say no. My father say no. Matt Pelte, in relation to this report that is making waves not only in Dominica but overseas.
Okay.
I only got wind of that report 2 Mondays ago. And that was after I was doing some work in relation to the Electoral Commission, because I was preparing myself for the second round in relation to the amendments that the government has now suspended. But based on what I'm hearing, they have intentions of bringing back these very same amendments to the Parliament of Dominica. So I was going through the various reports that I had in my position, which was given to us as commissioners from the Electoral Office. And I realized I did not have the Commonwealth mission report. So I called the office of the Electoral Commission and I spoke to the Chief Elections Officer, indicating to him that I was doing my work and I wanted him to assist me. People of Dominica, in this discussion, the Chief Elections told me
Chief Elections Officer.
The Chief Elections Officer told me that what they got was a draft report, and there was some issues with it. The government had some issues with the report.
Okay.
And as such, what he could advise me now is to go onto the website, and I would be able to get that report. And as such, I did what I had to do, and I'm in possession of that report. That was the first time that I was seeing this report. I had gotten, and Mr. Shillingford also, we had gotten the CARICOM report, the OS report, but we had never ever seen or had any discussions in relation to the Commonwealth mission.
So that was never discussed?
Never discussed at the electoral level. Where Mr. Shillingford and I is concerned, I do not want to speak for persons like Ali Clarence and Kondwani Williams and Jared Burton. I'm not going to speak for them. They know.
So you're not you're not aware that they had received the report?
As I said,
we know they received it.
Yeah, go ahead.
As I said, based on the conversation I had with the Chief Elections Officer,
no, he received it.
Then I based on what he said, that they had a draft. So if they got a draft, I would have thought that if there were issues with the draft, then the commission should have met and have a discussion in relation to that draft, and then if we have difficulties with it after discussions and so on, then we let the mission know of our, but we had never ever had any discussions in relation.
All right, Hillary Shillingford, I'm asking the same question. When did you first learn of that report?
But like Wayne said, my mic is on?
Yes, the mic is on.
Like Wayne said, he received wind that it was there, and he went on the website and got it. He called me and told me about it. He sent me the link, and I saw it for the first time. It was very bulky, Matt. Took me some time to read, but in the end, Wayne had a conversation with me in which he was going to call the office, and he did. I supported him in doing that. I tell him he has my blessings on situations like that. He don't even necessarily have to call me. He can at least, deal with it. And when he get back to me, I felt that the whole circle was being dishonest, because they knew. As Tony said, they knew. Matt, let's think of it. If a report comes to the Electoral Commission or through the chairman, however it comes, there should be absolutely no reason why the Chief Elections Officer, by virtue of his office, could not send it to every single commissioner. This is not an issue where you have to take a decision to bring something to your commissioners. This is a report that should be made to the public. Matt, the website is a public place. Anybody can access any document on the website. It's a public document. So why didn't the Chief Elections Officer make it available to us? One. Two, the chairman of the commission, Mr. Burton, Matt, he held this report, kept it in for whatever reasons. I don't know if they wanted to change it or they attempt to change or whatever they did. But that report should have been out together with the OAS report and the CARICOM.
So it should have been out. It should have been out a few weeks after.
But every report should be made available to the commission.
Very short.
Commissioners, we don't know whether the commissioners on the government side, namely Kondwani, Alec, and the Burton, may have had their own meetings on it. We don't know. I cannot say that for a fact. But I'm not putting it past them, Matt, because they do not want that to get to the public. So they would keep that close to their chest. Again, what is their interest? Is it in ensure the job of the commissioner, commission, namely the chairman, for example, who is supposed to be impartial, appointed by the president? Is it that his job, rather than giving free and fair election, is to ensure that the elections stay as corrupt and dirty as it is? That doesn't augur well for the country, Matt. It doesn't augur well for democracy. So in a nutshell, Matt, I found out just recently, and I don't know the facts, but I understand people attacking Lennox Linton as to how he gets it. He may be conniving with. It's a public document. That's not what we should be dealing with, how Lennox get it. We should be dealing with why is it not available to the commission? Why is it being kept as a secret?
Do you think, though, it was meant to remain a secret? You get an impression?
But Matt, if they have it for how long? 2 years now, when?
Yes, 2.5.
If it's 2.5 years, and most likely within the next year to a year and a half, we will go into a next election. Matt, I put the question back to you. Do you believe they were going to make it available to us?
I don't get that impression.
At all. These guys, Matt, they will stop at nothing to ensure that the people of Dominica do not get free and fair elections, Matt. As I told you before, they give you one thing in one hand and they use something else to take it back. The same treating. Why do you believe Alec Lawrence said to the meeting of the officials that the train has left the station? He knew what was in their report. And clearly, if in their report they condemn the act of treating and bribery, and here it is, you're trying to legitimize treating and bribery, how could Alec allow that piece of legislation to come back?
You think they were aware of that report, and hence the piece of amendment that we're seeing now?
But there's nothing that Britain can be aware of at the commission that Alec and Kondwani will not be aware of it. They may keep certain little things away from Kondwani.
You're saying that's a trio? Or is that what you're...
But of course it is. Alec technically controls the commission. When you look at the footprints on the piece of legislation, you can see it coming straight from Alec and Tony. They are the mastermind. Roosevelt Skerritt just do what they say to do. And clearly, Matt, these guys have to protect their millions. And they will stop at nothing. And every single person who seems to be bringing it out will be attacked by Tony Asta fans. You understand what I'm saying? Alec will not speak on radio. He's smarter than that. Tony will come there as the detractor. Because Alec has to stay there to advise Skerritt. That's why I asked this morning that we do not get carried away. We do not fall into that trap to forget the issue at hand, the corruption that is taking place at the Electoral Commission, the high-level secrecy that's taking place. We saw it when Alec sent his emails, and we see it again with Britain not making the report available to the Commission together with the Chief Elections Officer. Two of them together. Both of them together. You understand what I'm saying, Matt? They are keeping things away from the Commission and the public by extension.
What's the latest, Wayne James, on the amendments? Because I'm hearing that the Prime Minister, the government is not changing its mind.
Well, Matt, where I sit at this moment, I cannot tell you what the Prime Minister and the Attorney General is doing. What I can say to the people of Dominica is what Mr. Shillingford and myself will continue to do on their behalf. Because, Matt, before these pieces of legislation was attempted to be taken to the Parliament of Dominica, we had discussions at the Electoral Commission. And Hillary and myself, we warned the other members of the Electoral Commission about these pieces of legislation. Because we understood very well what was about to happen is that a government, the people's government, was going to use the people's parliament to legitimize what is a crime. And make no mistake about this, it is an offense. Treating and bribery is an offense as we speak. And we warned. But the agenda of Mr. Shillingford and myself in relation to the agenda of the chairman, Alec Lawrence and Kondwani, is completely different. And as a result, when any matter is put to a vote, it's 3 against 2.
Majority rules.
That is what happens at the Electoral Commission. But we warned them. The records is there to show that we warned them. But Matt, this amendment or these amendments. It is the House of Assembly Elections Act that they're attempting to interfere with, and the Registration by Electors Act. And listen to how this goes. You have to ask yourself a question, and Dominicans, whether you support the Labour Party, United Workers' Party, Freedom Party, Papist Party, or no party at all. But I want the young people of Dominica to listen. These laws has been on the books, and Roosevelt Skerrit has been Prime Minister of Dominica for over 14 years. And he never interfered with those pieces of amendments or this law to be brought to the House of Assembly. So now we must ask ourselves, why is it
why now
that he's doing that? And listen to the reason for this, man. We have seen, we live in Dominica, and we have seen what has transpired with the elections gone, and in particular 2014's election, based on what we're dealing with for this report. We saw the plain laws of persons coming into Dominica, sponsored by Dominica Labour Party. It was on this program here, Matt Peltier, when I was on this program, that an operative of the Labour Party called from St. Thomas. I'm sure you can get that in the archives. And told the world that he was part of organizing for persons out of St. Thomas to get the ticket to come here and vote for the Labour Party. This is what he said to the whole world. It's not me saying this, you know. This gentleman who's a known operative of the Labour Party. Because you know what? The government of Dominica does not understand the difference between the Labour Party and the government of Dominica. They don't understand that. So as a result of that, what they are doing with these amendments is that they want to have the commission get themselves involved in going overseas using the embassies, the very same embassies. We know the players in the embassies, the Lauren Barneses, the Vince Hendersons, the Barbara Dailies, and now there's one in St. Thomas, the Mervyn Pauls. We understood what they use these offices to do in relation to elections in Dominica. And as such, they want now the commission, the independent commission, to engage itself in going overseas using those embassies to confirm persons and register persons. Matt, this is something Mr. Shillingford and we fought against, but again, it's the eyes of it. So listen to this, man. What would happen is that if they get through with this, where we can go overseas and confirm persons, register persons, and then the treating and the bribery is passed in the House of Assembly, what has happened there is that Roosevelt Skerrit formula for winning election, that is it. It has been signed, sealed, and delivered. And I'm saying to Dominicans, Dominica is our country. Every single individual. We have so many bright young women and men in this country studying here and overseas. And I do not understand what this obsession is about. That some Dominicans can find it within themselves to want to have one man in control of this Liquor Rock. Where I stand, Matt, what I'm doing here is on behalf of the young people and children of this country. And I want to say to my fellow police officers, I want you all to stand at our side, because you are the ones that must maintain law and order in this beautiful country, Dominica.
Let me ask, in response to just what you were saying here, and ask that question to Hillary. What about those who was criticized, who will criticize Hillary Clinton and say, you're doing this for a political party and not for a quote-unquote Dominica cause?
But Matt,
I'm asking,
how does what you do benefit an opposition party over a ruling party? What they're doing now will in fact give them 100% better chance. But even if they do not interfere with it and they give electoral reform, they in government, they have the public purse. What power can ordinary man have compared to a minister that can go there and create employment? Sorry, give a job. They're spreading Galvin doing all kind of thing, man.
They have all in their disposal.
I have no interest in political party when I sit on the commission.
Right.
That is the absolute truth.
That's the question.
When James, I do not believe I've ever echoed the sentiment of UWP. And if you do, man,
you're working for the country, not for any political party.
If he was to do, which I don't expect that from him, I've not seen him in that way inclined. Everybody have the political party they support.
Mm-hmm.
But if one of us was to go that way, I would expect the order to say, partner, look at the bigger picture. Leave the word UWP out of that. And let's deal with Dominica, free and fair election.
So let's look at the bigger picture. You are doing it for the bigger picture, Hillary.
We're doing it for Dominica, not for any political party. We're doing it for every single political party to come.
Mm-hmm.
Those that are in existence, those that are in the making, and those that will be coming tomorrow.
Free and fair election.
Free and fair election. A democratic, sovereign republic, democratic.
It doesn't really matter who comes at the end.
I don't care who comes. If Roosevelt Skerrit wins in a free and fair election, I'll say, yes, boss. He beat them fair and square because we did what we have to do. And that's what Dominicans wanted. Hear me again.
Mm-hmm.
But if Roosevelt Skerrit today decide to pave the streets of Dominica in gold and stops the level of corruption that's taking place in government, create employment, create factories, show Dominica as a better place, man.
Mm-hmm.
I will be one of those first to support Roosevelt Skerrit. If Roosevelt Skerrit comes tomorrow, asks for forgiveness, and shows he can come clean, without all corruption, maybe move himself first, man, and he's paved the street in gold. I am not a party man. I want the best for Dominica. In this present time, the Labour Party is rotten, crooked, corrupt.
These are strong words.
Dishonest.
They're
polluted. They're just not worth being there at this time. And at this time, I'm telling you, I'm not here to talk politics.
Yes.
But if you can try to destroy the democratic process of an election, you do not worth being in politics. And that is, I'm saying that from a commission standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who's trying to destroy the fabric of our democracy in our elections is not worth being in politics.
Let's take our first phone call. This program is on for the next hour and 6 minutes. Hello.
Hello, Matt, and how do you do, Matt?
Yes.
Matt, let me tell you, Hillary is so right. They are rotten. And let me send a clear message to Roosevelt Skerrit that there will be no election without electoral reform, voter ID cards, and the cleansing of the list. And Skerrit, let me tell you again that you will not go to Parliament and implement any laws that are legal to make it illegal. By any means necessary, we will get you out, Skerrit. You have to go, you will go, and I will make sure you go, Skerrit.
Caller, thank you very much. 1:55 is the afternoon. Do you agree, share the sentiments that Mr. Hillary was sharing, James?
Matt Pelty.
This is not being political here.
Matt Pelty, I have said to the people of Dominica at every opportunity that I have gotten,
right,
to let them understand that the passion that I have as a member of the Electoral Commission, supported by my colleague, Mr. Hilary Shillingford, has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with party politics. Anything, and I want to make that very clear, anything that comes to the Electoral Commission for our deliberations, that is in the interest of all Dominicans, you can expect Wayne James will vote in support of this.
So you'll give him
and
the
I can
blessing.
speak for Mr. Hilary Shillingford on that also. Anything that I realize is going to affect our democratic process in this country in relation to our elections in this country, man, I will fight to the end. And this is why I told my other colleagues on the Electoral Commission that if they give the government the support on this, they will feel the wrath of the people of Dominica. And I, Wayne James, do not want to be part and parcel of this. I warn them, it's on the record. Mr. Shillingford can tell you, I warned these guys because I understood that people have been calling, clamoring for electoral reform and for a government, for members of an electoral commission to sit and support a government of proceeding to parliament to legitimize a crime. It is disgraceful, and this is why I want to agree with my colleague Mr. Shillingford that the government is corrupt and very dishonest. I have heard operators of the government speaking.
But don't you think, and I asked Mr. Hillary, I don't know if he answered me, don't you think these are strong words? Call him corrupt and rotten?
Listen to me. This cannot. The records are there. When you are going, you're taking in the House of Assembly Elections Act, Matt, is here for everyone to read it. And it is saying what bribery and cheating is. And you, the government, is trying to destroy that. What then can you say about the government like this, Matt?
All right, let's take a phone call. Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Hi.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Shillingford, I've been following this discussion for some time now, and I have to agree with the two gentlemen who are at your studio.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is the opposition UWP complained repeatedly about this matter of bribery and treating. I think it is now established as a matter of fact that this has been going on for some time, and it is not good for the country. The question is, what are the citizens of Dominica going to do about that? I think it may have been Mr. James or Mr. Shillingford saying, well, are they going to be in this struggle all by themselves, or are there going to be other persons who are going to join in the battle to make sure that we have free and fair elections? I am myself quite disgusted at the possibility that there are people on the Electoral Commission who would go and hide information that should be made available to the public. We cannot be doing this kind of thing. This practice that the Dominica Labour Party has of either hiding information or conversely sending out a set of acolytes to try to fool the Dominican people is not good for the country, is not good for the society, is not good for politics, is not good for the economy. And those of us who are residing most of the time in the Dominican diaspora, we are very concerned at the direction the country is taking. And I hope that now, with this issue that is now being discussed, we will now put the ship of state on the correct track and make sure that we are moving in a direction that is going to support democratic principles and get the country on a path that is going to be beneficial to all the citizens. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I know I'm gonna play a clip. I know that Hillary Shillingford, he's indicated that we give it too much notice, but it's, what do you say, democracy, and we're looking for the response from both gentlemen after this, right after this, Dominica. All right, let's go.
Everything that they have mentioned in this report, they have never indicated came from the personal observation. In other words, there's nothing in the Commonwealth 2014 report that said that they witnessed any form of bribing or they witnessed any form of treating. In fact, they did not even indicate what the treatings were, except mentioning events and concerts, which the law has made clear do not constitute treating at all. And they accept that the transportation of supporters did not constitute bribery. But in their conclusion, they say that the transportation of electors constitutes an instance of treating or bribery, which I reject completely. with the law rejects completely, and with the Dominica Labour Party rejects completely. But what was deeply offensive to me in this report is the suggestion that the airline transportation cost was paid for by the government, which means that they accepted the allegation of the United Workers' Party without proof.
It's 2:01. Hillary Schillenfeld, I'm going to take you first, and then I'll take Wayne James.
Matt, I wonder...
It says that report was influenced, in a nutshell, by the opposition.
Man, I wonder if sometime in the evenings, Tony Astafans take time to listen to himself. Because, I don't understand. He's saying there's nothing saying that it was their observation. But it's their report. And the report didn't give any indication that it was in quotation.
And they requested it. They invited that.
They invited them. They came in and they gave their report on what transpired. There was no quotation in it. But when you read it, was there any quotation saying that XYZ said XY said this or man? Tony Astafans must remember, it is their hero, Hartley Henry, who went publicly and said that he had to have thousands of people rooted into Barbados. You remember that, Matt? So while the economy of Barbados was booming, Dominica was catching hell. So in a nutshell, Matt, what is Tony talking about? If the people give their report, what it have to do with UWP allegations? I stood in, myself and Wayne James stood at the commission and talked about campaign financing laws. Did we influence the observers? I don't understand. And he said, I, Tony Astafans, reject that or whatever. What do you expect from Tony Astafans? If you tell him Scary has two eyes and you see something in it, he will reject it. Tony Astafans says he has a one-side-track mind when it comes to politics. What do you expect from Labour Party? They will reject anything that say that they are corrupt. They'll reject anything that say they treat people for the elections. He speaks of the law. He has to show us the case, man, where these facts, exact facts, were dealt with. In the case of Dominica, you had to be prepared to vote for Labour Party to get the ticket. There was a recording going around, Matt, with Leblanc. Do you recall?
Which Leblanc?
Is Leblanc the cricketer?
Yeah, from Rosa.
The cricketer.
Okay.
He was recruiting people.
I get you. Yes, in Miami.
Black, I forget his name. He's a welder. Matt, this guy told you that he had to question them as to whether they prepared to vote for Labour before he give them the ticket. Isn't Tony Astafans listening? I'm not surprised, man. Tony will turn top in mud. But Tony needs to learn to turn the proper top. That's what he needs to do.
So he's just not being objective, being very partisan.
He will never be. Because all he sees is his millions to be able to make from the state. If the government can do things and they can be challenged, he'll make money. If an election petition is filed, he'll make $100,000 and more. So in a nutshell, Matt, again, it is clear that the observers reported what they saw, and no amount of top Tony, Skerrit, Burton, Alec, Condoni, the chief elections officer turned, the report is facts on paper.
Black and white.
Black and white.
Mr. James, Tony Astafans says this report was influenced.
Matt Peltier, as it relates to Liquor Tony, Joseph Isaac calls him Liquor Tony. I want to join Joseph Isaac in calling him Liquor Tony.
And he's a short man.
If Liquor Tony is saying that this report from the Commonwealth Mission was influenced by the opposition, I want the young people, and I always address the young people down here, to listen to this. Because the mission met with the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit.
Who else?
The Attorney General Levi Peters, Steve Farrell, the cabinet secretary, Alex Boyd Knight, the Speaker of the House. Listen to this, Matt, and listen to this, Dominicans. Dominica Labour Party Salibia branch. We have someone by the name of Cassius Daru, the MP. We have someone by the name of Kozia Frederick. He was the chairman of the constituency branch at the time. He's now a public servant. We have someone I'm seeing here named Silvani Burton, deputy campaign manager. And if my memory is correct, at that time, Miss Burton was a public servant. She's now a permanent secretary. Matt, I see somebody by the name of Michael Astafans, Judith Pestina. I am seeing Gerard Burton name here, Stephen Larrock name here, Anthony Commodore, a former commissioner, Mariette Warrington, a former commissioner, Conwani Williams, a present commissioner, Alec Lawrence, a present commissioner. You want to tell me that Liquor Tony is not listening to himself? Little Tony, you need to understand that the young people of Dominica is listening. They are wiser and they are brighter than you. And this red herring that you're trying to create to give people the impression that the United Workers' Party, and by extension Mr. Lennox Linton, because I don't know what is it that when you call the name Lennox Linton, what it does to you, you might have to tell us sometime. Come public and tell us. But for you to be saying, after all these names that I've called, and Matt Peltier, I'm seeing the name Matt Peltier here, that the person spoke to. And even the United Workers' Party, and in particular, Mr. Lennox Linton, that could have influenced these people to publish this report. I prefer to be on the side of Mr. Lennox Linton, because, Matt Peltier, these recommendations that has been made by the Commonwealth Mission are the very same recommendations made by the OS and the CARICOM in relation to reform, electoral reform that would get us up to speed with the international best practices. All of them. And Matt, I want Tony Astafans, Liquor Tony, to put his mind to the OS report, because I'm going to read something here. The OS said here, 2014 report, based on the information gathered by the OS and in the spirit of the constructive engagement, the mission offers the following recommendation to further strengthen the democratic electoral process in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Listen to this, people of Dominica. It is important to point out that most of these recommendations were already made by the 209 mission. However, the mission observed that virtually none of these issues were adequately addressed ahead of the 2014 general election.
That's the OS.
Liquor Tony, this is the OS report, Liquor Tony. The level of disrespect that this government, after inviting organizations like these to these countries, and they are making recommendations, the government is not considering the recommendations, but they are busy now trying to go by Nicodemus at night in our parliament to corrupt our electoral process. Liquor Tony, I want you to understand that this is not going to stand under the watch of Wayne James and Hilary Shillingford. So you can talk all you want to talk and give the impression who influenced and who did not influence. But I want you to attack the OS right now, Liquor Tony. This is what I want to say about the comments of Liquor Tony.
All right. We're going to take a few phone calls and then we'll come back to you, Hello Shillingford. Let's take a few phone calls. Hello.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Say hello.
Matt, I want to say good afternoon to your panel.
Yes.
And I would like to say...
Very powerful panel there, yes.
I'd like to say to little Tony,
He
makes it sound as if it is not possible to treat or to bribe. He has not told us what would constitute bribery or treating. He only tells us that what they're doing does not constitute bribery and cheating. But what is it? How would you? He keeps telling us, but Matt, the law talks about bribery and treating, but Tony is not telling us that it is even possible to bribe or to treat. The way he talks, it is not possible to bribe or to treat. I want Tony to tell us what he would consider treating and bribery. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Another phone call. Hello. Hello. Talk to me.
Mr. Pelter, blessings to you, sir.
Yes.
Hillary and Wayne, blessings to you all.
Blessings.
And thanks for service to country and humanity. Matt is very interesting. When the brother said that, the observers conclude, they said that there was nothing about treating or corruption or bribery, whatever, with flying in people.
Mm-hmm.
In the conclusion, they constitute that it was treating. Matt, are you hearing that, no, Matt?
I'm listening to you, sir.
He said that they did not consider flying in people as bribery or corruption, but in their conclusion, they concluded or constituted that it was bribery. And Matt, it is dangerous, you know. And I am saying, Zed Lloyd said it the other day, but who am I for anybody to pay attention to? I've been saying, when people are saying Roosevelt Skerrit is not speaking to the public, but he said on the record, Tony Astafans is speaking on his behalf how many times? 90% of the time, Matt? Whether he's flying or he's sleeping or he's drinking or whatever the case may be. And I am just saying where we're at, those who want to, self-preservation is healthy. But I'm just saying, Matt, those who really think, well, they will just allow a few sacrificial lambs to be sacrificed to deliver us from the monster which we have created, Matt. It will not work. Let us collectively rise up against that. And Matt, look at what I wanted to say in closing.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot do every protest, every meeting, every little demonstration. You have police with battlefield rifles and dressing military fatigues with cameras. And then the people saw that for years and feel intimidated. So now when the opposition call the people out, they are so afraid, but they're just waiting to vote these criminals out. And guess what they're saying? Oh, look, they're calling people and the people are not even showing up. People do not allow the psychological ploys to penetrate your cranium. Be more intelligent than that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, caller there. Another call this time from the diaspora. It's 2:14. We are under 45 minutes. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, my brother. Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm good. Let me say good afternoon to Wayne and my brother Schillingford. You know, Wayne and brother Schillingford, the thing is, the people are ready, We don't have the organization that the people can gather under. That is what is missing. We need a non-political entity. We need to know what is needed from you and brother Schillingford right now is some diplomatic work. Reach out to the what? Just reach out. Go to those circles. Just reach out. You might be surprised. What you'll find. We need a collective organization, different than a political organization. These political entities will be part of. We need these trade unions. Reach out to the PSU. Yesterday was a good afternoon to have made make a plea. But it has to be a non-political entity. That is what is going to work. That is what history shows us. That is when people will assimilate better and easier. Because, you see, we cannot get involved in a political conversation to solve this problem. As long as we remain in a political conversation, we remain divided. We have to leapfrog over that political conversation. Parties can have their issues, Skerrit must go, whatever. That's their issues. This issue cannot be complicated with that issue. It cannot be complicated with that issue. This issue has to be about electoral reform, Britain in a just sense of elections in Dominica. End of story. Whoever wins after, they wins after. What is beautiful about this, I think this will return Dominica to where it really is. Dominica is a middle-of-the-road country, politically and all. I sincerely believe that if nothing had been messed with that election last time, it would have been an 11-10 or 12-9 election. That is Dominica. And so an achievable goal is our problem right now is parliamentary imbalance. It is disempowering Dominica because politicians don't have to cross the line to come and talk and negotiate in passing laws. And when you have that kind of condition, you have anarchy. And that is what is happening. So we cannot allow this government, whether you love it or don't love it, we cannot allow this government to seek more parliamentary advantage and especially through dishonest means. That is not a political condition. That is a saving of Dominica initiative. Because if we do not put a stop to that, we lose in Dominica. But I just want to touch one little thing before I leave. This issue of Astafan and whether we did so with that. Matt, in the struggle, there are different layers, there are different pillars. Anthony Astafan is a psychological aspect of the struggle. And the most detrimental aspect of struggle is the psychological. And right now we have to start organizing a strategy to neutralize Anthony Astafan's psychology. Not don't pay attention to it, no. We have to start neutralizing Anthony Astafan. Peace and blessings, my brother.
Peace and blessings. We're going to take a break and we'll come back. We'll talk to the commissioners. When we come back after this.
When last have you been to LA Jupini Hardware? That long? Well then, come in to see what's new in stock. Kitchenware, pots, pans, plumbing and bathroom accessories, small appliances, garden tools, a full range of cutlasses, and so much more. Take advantage of our layaway option. Set up a gift registry for that special occasion, or pick up that much-needed item for your home or garden. Come home to quality at our convenient location on Long Lane in Roseau. LA Jupini Hardware.
Come home to quality at LA Jupini. Swing by for quality.
Solar water heating is the heating of water through the use of solar energy. The Solar Dynamics hot water system is the hottest choice. You are assured of the best quality and highest performance as systems are made with the best materials to ensure longest life and minimum maintenance. Start saving money and order your Solar Dynamics hot water system today. Come in to LA Jupini Hardware on Long Lane in Roseau for more information about product and installation. Solar Dynamics and LA Jupini Hardware. Energy conscious all the time.
Dominic can get ready for one of the most celebrated Haitian compa bands, Steve Vice. Steve Vice. CPAF in collaboration with Typhus and Lido Baron Restaurants and Manet present the T-Vice live in concert on Friday, July 14th at the Strip Lade Coco 8 p.m. If you love T-Vice, you got to get loud. T-Vice. T-Vice. Also, Theo Cass, Elijah Bino, Dioscopa, Grand Black, DJ Bigger Somson Madden, Prince Wallings and more. Partners include Digicel, TVS Radio Court, Q95 FM, The Big Station, Deepex, Fine Foods Inc. and more. Purchase tickets from Moonshine Pharmacy, Deepex Scholar Lab from now until June 30 at $40. July 1st to July 14th at $50. More at the door. T-Vice live in concert, July 14th at the Strip.
Nissan X-Trail sets you free. Adventure starts here at Auto Trade Limited. 3 months, no interest. 3 years, free licensing. 3 years, free maintenance or up to 60,000 kilometers. Go where your mind just went. Backed by 3 years of manufacturer's warranty. Promotion runs from now till June 30th, 2017. Call our main number at 255-6800 or our mobile numbers at 613-2496 or 617-2497. Terms and conditions apply. Nissan, innovation that excites.
Solar water heating is the heating of water through the use of solar energy. The Solar Dynamics hot water system is the hottest choice. You are assured of the best quality and highest performance as systems are made with the best materials to ensure longest life and minimum maintenance. Start saving money and order your Solar Dynamics hot water system today. Come in to LA Jupini Hardware on Long Lane in Roseau for more information about product and installation. Solar Dynamics and LA Jupini Hardware. Energy conscious all the time.
These telephone lines are burning at this time. Anything that you wanted to add at this time, Mr. Wayne? I see you keep looking at an article there. What is this article saying? An old article, though.
Yeah, Matt Peltier, you see, when you have archives, it's very important. And in light of the report that we're dealing with in relation to free and fair elections, because the recommendations that have been made is to ensure that we have free and fair elections in this country. In the Sun newspaper, Monday, May 15th, 206.
206?
Yes, 206.
The
heading here is on the matter of free and fair elections. And I want to just quote a few paragraphs from this. The author of this is Gerard D. Burton, who is the present chairman of the Electoral Commission. And I will quote here. In the case of the chief elections officer, he or she is appointed by the president acting after consultation with the Electoral Commission. He goes on to say, it is clear from the foregoing that the framers of our democratic constitution have sought to create an electoral body which is bipartisan, transparent, and capable of functioning independently and without fear. It has been left to the president and the occupants of the high office, the prime minister and the leader of the opposition to ensure that the work of the commission is entrusted to men and women of integrity.
That's Gerard Burton.
This is Gerard Burton I'm quoting here.
Then Gerard Burton.
Then Gerard Burton. Then I do not know what type of Gerard Burton I'm speaking about now, but I'm quoting. That is writing. Men and women of integrity and who are willing to place the well-being of the nation over narrow political agenda. Matt Peltier.
Can you repeat that paragraph, please?
I'm going to repeat this paragraph.
And please tell me, what is this
That's the Sun newspaper.
Headlined what?
On the matter of free and fair elections. I'm going to quote, young people, Dominicans at home and abroad, listen to what the now chairman of the Electoral was saying at that time. And based on what I'm seeing here, Matt, it also said that he was the current chairman of the Electoral Commission at the time. So Gerard Burton is the chairman of the commission since 2006.
That's a long time ago.
You understand what we're dealing with here? I'm going to go over this here. Take my time. It is clear from the foregoing that the framers of our democratic constitution have sought to create an electoral body which is bipartisan, transparent, and capable of functioning independently and without fear. It has been left to the president and the occupants of high office, the prime minister, the leader of the opposition, to ensure that the work of the commission is entrusted to men and women of integrity and who are willing to place the well-being of the nation over narrow political agenda. I want to read one more paragraph, Matt. The Constitution, this is Gerard Burton that is saying this now, has also granted to the Electoral Commission the responsibility for reviewing any proposed legislations dealing with the registration of voters and the conduct of elections, and to make recommendations to His Excellency the President, and by extension the Parliament, in respect thereof. It is my understanding that over the past 30 years, recommendations for reform in fact have been made. At the end of the day, it is Parliament that must have the will to enact the changes that are deemed necessary. Matt Peltier, this is Gerard Burton. So Gerard Burton understands the constitutional requirement of members of the Electoral Commission, so that when the government would have sent these amendments to the Electoral Commission, Gerard Burton should have been the first person to stand up in defense of the people of Dominica and say to the government in no uncertain terms, we are not walking.
So this is the Gerard Burton in 206 that you're talking
206.
about. You're saying at this time, you both commissioners, we have seen a drastic change.
I do not know what has happened to this gentleman. He alone can answer this question. And this is why, Matt, I'm begging you, contact Gerard Burton. Gerard Burton has an obligation to the people of Dominica. I have told them in the Electoral Commission that the business of the Electoral Commission is not a private business. It is the business of the people of Dominica, because we are the one governing the conduct of elections in Dominica to ensure that there's a free and fair election. People of Dominica, what I have read.
Are you being pressured in there? Some people suggesting that you're talking too much to the public within the commission.
Matt Peltier, there is nobody within the Electoral Commission that can pressure Win James, and I'm sure Mr. Shinenbal can speak for himself. But as I promised the people of Dominica, and I told them at the Electoral Commission, that when I feel that the people of Dominica needs to hear from us, they will be hearing from us. When I feel there is no need for that, there'll be no need for that. But I cannot sit by as a member of the Electoral Commission. You listen to what I just read, Matt.
Yes.
Dominicans, I hope you listen to what I just read. Matt, I can make you have a copy of this, Matt.
This is in the archives.
Okay, so you can have this in your archives.
And you're looking like a schoolboy there.
Okay? Because archives, Matt, can be a very dangerous thing.
All right. I'll tell you what, I'll go back a few years. But I first want to play again Mr. Astafan. And Mr. Astafan, if you are listening or some of your friends are listening, please encourage them to listen to this.
Everything that they have mentioned in this report, they have never indicated came from the personal observation. In other words, there's nothing in the Commonwealth 2014 report that said that they witnessed any form of bribing or they witnessed any form of treating. In fact, they did not even indicate what the treatings were, except mentioning events and concerts, which the law has made clear do not constitute treating at all. And they accept that the transportation of supporters did not constitute bribery. But in their conclusion, they say that the transportation of electors constitutes an instance of treating or bribery, which I reject completely, with the law rejects completely, and with the Dominica Labour Party rejects completely. But what was deeply offensive to me in this report is the suggestion that the airline transportation cost was paid for by the government, which means that they accepted the allegation of the United Workers' Party without proof.
Hi, my name is Janet Palui. Is this Mike?
Yes, Janet Palui. Mike, yes, again.
Hi, Mike. My son
Yes,
Peter
again.
called you this morning regarding a ticket.
Yes. And I asked him for you to call me later.
Right.
So you're calling now about that? You're calling now about that ticket?
Yes, I am. He told me I had to give you
Okay.
some information.
Yes. But what I want you to do, or want him to do, is to, because he said Vince gave the number.
Yes.
Right. So I want Vince to confirm that, because it's Labour, people are going to vote Labour that's getting the tickets.
Okay.
And I don't know your son, and I don't know you. Understand what I'm saying? You understand?
I know
because
what you're saying.
UWP people have been calling me also. So to confirm,
Yeah, I understand.
if you'd ask Vince to call me.
Okay, that's bad that they're calling you, but
You
I'm definitely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You
know
get me?
what you're saying. Yes.
No.
Hi. Hello.
I want to issue a ticket for someone to go and vote UWP. It doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying, you know?
No, I'm saying that's not right. Well, I'm calling regarding getting back to Dominica because I want to vote for Labour.
Right, I know, but I don't know you. I don't know your son. Ask Vince to call me to confirm it.
I understand.
I don't know who. That's all I'm saying, because I don't know who I'm giving the ticket to.
Okay, yes. I will
Right,
do
you
it.
understand me? All right, okay. So if you just ask Vince to call me.
I will. I'll have him call you, and then I'll call you back once that's confirmed with all of my information.
Yeah. Just ask Vince to give me a call to confirm that.
No problem.
Okay, you hearing? I'm here. I'm hoping you're hearing. You're asking the question, Mr. Astafan, who's paying for the tickets? But we have this again.
Hi. My name is Janet Pelui. Is this Mike?
Yes, Janet Pelui. Mike, yes, speaking.
Hi, Mike. My son
Yes,
Peter
speaking.
called you this morning regarding a ticket.
Yes. And I asked him for you to call me later.
Right.
So you're calling now about that? You're calling now about that ticket?
Yes, I am. He told me I had to give you
Okay.
some information.
Yes. But what I want you to do, or want him to do, is to, because he said Vince gave the number.
Yes.
Right. So I want Vince to confirm that, because it's Labour, people are going to vote Labour that's getting the tickets.
Okay.
And I don't know your son, and I don't know you. Understand what I'm saying? You understand?
I know
because
what you're saying.
UWP people have been calling me also. So to confirm,
Yeah, I
you know,
understand.
if you'd ask Vince to call me.
Okay, that's bad that they're calling you, but I'm definitely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You
know
get me?
what you're saying. Yes.
No.
Hi. Hello.
I think you've heard enough. Mr. Jennifer, what do you make? I mean, Tony was just asking who's paying for the tickets.
But Matt,
Let me get Mike.
Matt, everything that comes from Tony mouth is politics. Outside of the court, you know, as I say before, he's a very competent lawyer, and I will stand by that. But every other thing that comes from his mouth, that in his politics, is utter garbage. You know what I'm saying, Matt? Here it is that Michael Pecker Leblanc, in a telephone call, making it clear that Labour Party not paying for tickets to go and vote for UWP. You have to promise to vote Labour. Tony Astafans just said that this is what you need to constitute bribery. APCs, because of our court system. I don't know what is the problem in the court system. This stuff should be evidence that should be accepted in court, man. Michael Pecker Leblanc and Vince Henderson should be arrested and charged. You know what I'm saying, Matt? What does Tony Astafans want? He knows the facts. He knows otherwise. But he'll spin top in more because he together with Alec and them have decided that there are more foolish people in Dominica. So why worry about the intelligent ones? But you know what? Reverend Wati best put it. He knows Tony. He knows how to handle Tony. And will leave Tony to Reverend Wati to be able to describe him, deal with him psychologically, anyhow you come. Reverend Wati knows Tony best. And Tony will leave you in the hands of Reverend Wati. You'll not continue to insult myself and Wayne James like you insult the intelligence of the people of Dominica. This is bribery at its highest level. And Matt, I want to pray, and I want all Dominicans to pray. If it is that the judge has too much work, because we know that they are loaded with work, Matt, we pray that she finds some time in a busy schedule to deal with the matter of treating, since the politicians are now going to Parliament to legislate, to legitimize treating. So we pray that God give her that extra strength to deal with the simple matter before her, Matt. The issue of whether the people who are challenging or are making the claim of treating came rightfully before the court under the House of Assembly Elections Act through summary matters before a magistrate within 6 months. Whether they went in the right manner to the court, or whether Tony Astafan's argument that every matter should come by way of petition. So we pray that the good Lord will give the judge the strength to get some more time within a busy schedule to deal with matters of elections, are very critical, important matters that the people of the country should know whether the governments are legitimately the rightly elected government, man.
All right, let's listen to this voice there. 2:38. We have just about 22 more minutes.
My word for it. If you read the report, that bit he's tearing apart and spinning it his way, it actually says, okay, that the DLP acknowledge, the word acknowledge, that they transport the pay nationals and transport nationals to Dominica for voting. They did not say the UWP told them. It's what that was acknowledged by DLP. Okay? So tell Tony, people are not stupid. We can all read. The same thing he's spinning around. If people just take their time and go and read it for themselves, then they won't have to listen to his rubbish.
All right, thank you very much, the caller earlier on there. 2:39 is the afternoon time. Some people say, Matt, you have to find a way to repeat this program on the weekend. I'll work on that so we can do some editing and work it out, okay? Because a lot of people are saying, I want to hear, I cannot hear, I'm at work at this time. Wayne James, let me take a call, I'll come back to you. Hello.
Yeah, quickly, Matt. Matt, I'm not being rude, but I pity Tony. You know, I really empathize and sympathize with the brother. Apart from his prejudice and I think racism, he's suffering from a serious psychological masculine problem. But the level of skullduggery, not the level of mean, and dishonest and trickery that is happening in Dominica, politics or politically speaking, Matt, I think the majority of the people, or a lot of the people, let me not try to exaggerate, have not that level of sophistication mentally or intellectually to discern and see the game that is being run on them. That is why I think a lot of people are still gravitating to that level of abuse and that level of corruption, Matt. And if our people, I think a lot of the brains of Dominica have divorced the body. They went elsewhere, Matt. And I think Tony and Skerritt and them is having a field day in all these machinations, my brother. Thank you.
Well, you know, Tony was just asking a while ago in the clip there, he doesn't really know, in that sense, that who pays for the tickets. I just played an interview here. Somebody saying, Matt, why is this not making news? I don't control the newsrooms. Yes, Mr. Wayne James. Go ahead.
Dominicans, I want to go back to Liquor Tony. Based on what the clipping you played,
right,
from, I suspect, is a caller from overseas. But I have the document in my hands, which the mission reported on in relation to bribery. And Dominicans at home and abroad, listen to this. The Commonwealth Mission, the report that is making the airways in relation to bribery. The opposition party and members of the public the mission spoke with alleged that Dominican nationals living overseas have been bribed to vote for a particular political party through the purchase of return airfare to Dominica and cash disbursement. The bombshell now is this. The ruling party, which is the Dominica Labour Party, the mission that is reporting this, when Liquor Tony is trying to corrupt young people mind in this country, the mission is saying the ruling party openly acknowledge that it paid for return tickets for national, but stressed that this is not bribery, as the individuals are known supporters. The point was made that both political parties provide domestic transportation for supporters of their party, and that buying airplane ticket is a natural extension of this. However, the mission, however, feels that while such activities may not legally constitute a bribe, it does not reflect international best practice. Moreover, the ability of an incumbent government to pay the airline costs of potential voters compromises the competitiveness, and we go, our favorite word here, the mission loves that, Dominicans love it too, and the fairness of the electoral process, and thus ultimately represents an abuse of the incumbency. That meaning the abuse of the government. So when Liquor Tony is talking his madness, tell him to go to the report and read the report and come correctly and speak to the young people, Dominicans.
Now, I'm going to reveal something that I just got some information out. As you're on the topic, Matt, I won't call the airline's name or agency, the travel agency's name. Find out, Matt, why the supervisor or the manager of that travel agency was very mad with one of the supervisors, because that person gave the government a lot of credit. So the manager was very pissed off with that supervisor because she gave the government, the Labour Party government, a lot of credit, and she almost lost her job. Maybe you can tell us about that sometime later. Mr. Tony has to find out who's that travel agency. Hello, talk to me.
Yes, good afternoon. I have a question for Liquor Tony. Liquor Tony, when the plane landed, why the police officers escorted the people on the coasters, the coasters to the polling station, Liquor Tony? That's your question, Liquor Tony. When they landed, the policemen with guns escorted them on the coaster buses. Take care.
All right, thank you very much. Why was there a need to escort the people who came in?
What they were doing was wrong.
They knew what? Hillary, I didn't hear that.
They knew the actions were wrong. And in any civilized...
Why would somebody land in Dominica and you need police to escort them?
Exactly. In any civilized society or any country where people taking their democratic rights seriously, maybe the plane would have never landed. If it's on election day, the person talking about Matt. These planes should have never been allowed to land because they were in fact coming here to commit a crime. You understand? To defraud the electoral process, Matt. You understand what I'm saying? And that should never be allowed. But if leaders of parties do not want to take actions, when there's need for action,
stopped it in St. Kitts.
In St. Kitts they did. Yeah. Because the St. Kitts people are a more intelligent public. Like I tell you, this guy say, they intelligent people in Dominica are in the minority. They go out there, they make people poor, and they come back and rule them, Matt. You know what I'm saying? They make you poor. come to live as a beggar so that they come back for crumbs for you. And you have to vote for them.
And now,
that is what
before I ask some of my final questions here, we'll take a few phone calls and wrap it up. We'll try a repeat there on the weekend of this very one. Hello, talk to me. 449-3095. You're going to call, you better call now. Taking a call on the diaspora line. Hello.
Hello, Matt.
Yes.
Matt,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. The question I want to ask, because I'm calling from Guadeloupe. Matt, find out for me, please.
Okay.
The percentage they pay, the United Workers' Party, I think you want no Fred in Guadeloupe. Okay? I think you didn't know Fred Charles. Because my cousin traveled on the plane, and it's Workers' Party that paid the party.
Well, if you have the evidence, I always say that. If you have the evidence, bring it forward and we'll present it. You are making a statement and we don't have the evidence of what you are saying. Okay, so please bring the information forward. You are saying something I can't confirm at this time. Bring it forward to me, Matt Peltier, and I will present it just as you stated. Okay, thank you very much. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Yes, go ahead.
I don't know where that caller goes with that. My position is, and I'm certain that Wendy's position is, whoever did it, whether UWP did it, whether Freedom Party did it, whether Labour Party did it, wrong is wrong. And the duty of the Electoral Commission is to condemn any action by United Workers' Party, Labour Party, Freedom Party, and ensure that we have free and fair elections. So, caller, as to whether you're gasping at straws, trying to seek to put other political parties in bad light, we want to clean that so there'll be no more of that. And that is our position.
And you agree with that totally? I see you giving my friend a good high five.
Matt Peltier, I have
it doesn't really matter who does it.
Matt Peltier, I've said that Mr. Shillingford is a man after my own heart. And that's exactly. I did not, and Matt, I wanted to say the exact thing that I could not believe that Mr. Shillingford was saying the thing that I really wanted to say. That's what we're talking about. We are not interested whether United Workers' Party did this, Freedom Party. What we are saying, Hilary Shillingford and Wayne James, we are new commissioners. And under our watch and stewardship, doing the people work of Dominica, we want to ensure that we have free and fair elections, and whatever happened in the past is never going to happen again in the history of Dominica election. That is our agenda, Matt.
Matt.
Yes, talk to me.
Matt, you know, with all due respect to the people in the diaspora, Matt, the desperate, lazy ones, those that fail, they are the ones who jump and take tickets to come and vote here. The failures, the people that do nothing on a day-to-day basis, the people that almost cannot live in comfortable situations. And I'm not crying people down, man. I'm not attacking the diaspora. But the fact is, anybody that worth their salt in the diaspora would not take the state resources to come down and make a cross for any government, whether United Workers' Party, whether Labour Party. They are all failures. All of them that go there to the embassy or to Vincent Nelson Pecker and the others, Lauren Barnes, these are desperate destitutes that do not have anything better to do. They cannot afford to pay their way. They never come to see their family, send nothing for them, so they wait when election time. So the state resources, the money to put paracetamol in the hospital, the money to put antibiotics in the hospital, Roosevelt Scary to take it and send those waste of time tickets and bring them here
so some of them
to corrupt our elections.
Cannot afford to come home.
They cannot afford to come home. They maybe cannot even afford to feed themselves. They maybe even have to buy them clothes to come down, some of them. You see them out there, some of them. And I'm not anti-people in the diaspora. I'm saying anybody in the diaspora that is worth their salt, that is out there making a positive contribution, will not let any leader, Lennox Linton, Roosevelt Skerrit, Michael Stephens, Judith, anybody, would not allow them to take the state resources that we need to put paracetamols, chalks in the classroom to send these lazy bastards tickets to come back home.
All right, it's 2:51. Another phone call. Hello? 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 Somebody's not there. Hello, talk to me. Yes, hello?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Matt, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, but you're a little away from your telephone. I'm not hearing you too clearly, sir.
All right, I hope you can hear me clearer now.
A little clearer, yes.
All right, good afternoon to the commissioners, Mr. Hillary Chillingford and Mr. Wayne James.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, I just called to provide support to these two gentlemen.
Right.
They are doing a wonderful job for the people of Dominica. And as they said, they're not doing it with a party in mind. They're doing it for the nation, particularly for the young people, because they are dealing with a component of our national integrity system. We have had a moral decay in Dominica where dishonesty has taken root in almost every facet, if not all facets of our life. And these two gentlemen are making disclosures to educate and enlighten the nation. And I'm glad they're doing that. I want to support them. I want to encourage them. I wish the blessings of God on them so that they will continue to have the courage to speak the truth. Because at the end of the day, truth is what will make the nation a better place.
Thank you very much. Mr. Joshua Francis, I observe there on the telephone. And the telephone is, you'll recognize, ringing every minute here. So let's take a few and then we'll have the commissioners to wrap up at about 5 minutes to the hour. Hello, talk to me.
Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Matt, I like Hillary's style of speaking.
Uh-huh.
I like his style of speaking. Straight up, no sugar coating, tell it as it is.
Okay.
So, Matt, Hillary made a point about the plane should not have been land. That is my kind of a vibe there. The plane should not have land. But to press on that point, when that plane lands in Marigot. To get the people to the polling station, the vehicle with the people have to pass either through Wesley, UWP Stronghold, or Marigot, UWP Stronghold. How, I cannot understand how these two strongholds are allowing that vehicle to pass and go to a polling station in another village.
But remember, they're secured though by the police.
Nonsense. Matt, what police are you talking about? 5-6 police can handle 400 people? Huh? 5-6 police can handle 400 people. So we'll show them how to handle police. So we'll show them how to handle a whole set of Robocop in black suit didn't stop Sosby from showing Dominicans how to handle police. People too coward in that country. All they can do is call radio. Leave radio for me to call like overseas. Probably if I'm Dominican, they would arrest me already. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Another call there. The Standard Diaspora will allow the commissioners to wrap up and talk on the block. At 3 o'clock, we have the flow hour. Hello.
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
Yes.
I am a Dominican. I live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
I said it in private, and I will say it on your radio station.
Okay.
I totally agree with Mr. Chillingford. I have accepted the fact that Dominica does not have absentee ballots, and so around election time, I choose not to come to Dominica to vote because I don't live in Dominica. And I think most people who live out of Dominica should accept that fact. We do not have absentee ballots. Then stay away from the election. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We've had a powerful program. I see more calls coming. I'll allow for about 2 more. Hello, talk to me. Hi. Yes.
Let me just give support to the two gentlemen you have in studio with you, Matt.
Uh-huh.
Working on behalf to maintain democracy in Dominica.
Okay.
But Matt, we are at a very critical juncture in Dominica right about now.
Uh-huh.
And I am saying, Matt, where we are as a country, it will be calling for a lot of sacrifice on Dominicans' part, on the patriotic ones that is, those who want to maintain our level of democracy. Also, too, there might even be some suffering at the end of the day. But come hell, high water, be it what it is, Roosevelt, Skerritt, and this gang, they will not have these amendments in order to legalize treating and bribery in Dominica. We will continue to stand. We will continue to raise our voice as a people, and that is where the matter settles. That's it.
Our final phone call and allow the commissioner, 2 commissioners, Mr. Schullenfeld and Wayne James, to wrap it up on Talk on the Block. Hello.
Matt.
Uh-huh.
All what Hillary says is true.
People that come Dominican vote, if they haven't got nothing to do with the government to feed them, so they get free ticket, they come Dominica to vote. That was the fact Hillary said, and I support what Hillary said.
Hillary, a lot of support for you there and your comments. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Uh-huh.
Good afternoon to Mr. James and Mr. Shillingford.
Make it quick. We don't have too much time.
I know. I want to support them and to say that they have my full support, and I think they're doing a fantastic job on behalf of the people of Dominica and on behalf of democracy. So go on, you have our support. Let's work together to ensure that democracy in Dominica stays alive and the government respect the people of Dominica. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you too. Of course, we asking for the final comments at this time of the two commissioners in studio. Wayne James?
Matt Pelte, I want to thank you for yet another opportunity to have this level of discuss with the people of Dominica. I want to assure the people of Dominica, both at home and overseas, and in particular, as I always say, the young people, because I understand that the next generation is the young people that we have here in this country. I want to assure them that I'm going to stand for them. And in relation to this report, we now understand that this is an authentic report. The persons who did that report are professionals working at the highest level, and all they did was reproduce the truth and nothing but the truth. But I want Dominicans to be very vigilant and to stay tuned, because I'm reliably informed that some moves are being made to silence Mr. Shillingford and myself. Dominicans, we need your support, because you all can understand that with the absence of Mr. Shillingford and myself, where this electoral commission will be heading to. So Matt, thank you for this opportunity, and Dominicans, those who have called, thanks for the support. Keep praying for Mr. Shillingford and myself, and we'll continue to fight to ensure that we have free and fair election whenever election is called in this country. Thank you very much, Matt.
Hillary Shillingford.
Matt, the voice of Johnson Boston has always been an inspiration for me. And I want to tell him that we definitely will need his support and his advice. But Matt, I want to just take a little slight drift to get back to where I'm going. If you give me a little minute.
Yeah, you have about
Matt,
60 seconds.
I want to tell Dominicans that this coming election, the powers that be, meaning the majority on the commission.
When do you think it will be? Elections, you said.
When? I don't know when
it's constitutionally due.
Yeah, I think it will happen. It will take place in the next year or so.
Okay.
But Matt, Roosevelt's carrot will stop at nothing with the advice of Tony, Alec, and the others. They will stop at nothing to ensure that they destroy the fabric of our democracy. Matt, we see Sam Raphael, for example, a professional at selling passport, or he's involved with professionals at selling passport. We saw the guy who works with him, Henry, one of the guys who works with him, who sold all the passport for Jungle Bay, Matt, criticized the government and its passport program recently on CBS. And we've seen Roosevelt Skerritt using Sam Raphael to rope that guy back in, Matt. You know what I'm saying? And now Roosevelt Skerritt and Sam Raphael are in bed. When I say in bed, literally, in terms of working together in the passport program. We saw Sam Raphael took money under the UWP government, got money to do Jungle Bay, Matt, never paid that loan, Matt, taken to court by Roosevelt Skerritt administration, Matt. Matt, the matter is pending in court. Sam Raphael gets another chunk of passport to do another program, Matt. Erica takes his did some damage to his hotel. He received money from the insurance, Matt. That money is in the hands of Sam Raphael. He has not paid a cent towards the loan, Matt. The government goes to court or refuses to go to court to allow the matter to be discontinued against Sam Raphael, Matt. So here it is. No more case against Sam Raphael. The 7 or so million, whatever number of millions, I don't recall, owed to the state for passport from the past administration, not paid. Insurance money, is in his pocket. The property, which is worth millions, is now his own to do whatever he wants. The state has relinquished their rights. The Attorney General sat there like he did in the Isidore versus Emmanuel judicial review, refused to give representation. The state refused to give representation against Sam Raphael. The matter was struck off, obviously orchestrated by the administration, and now he becomes a millionaire overnight. As to whether the state the Labour Party gets back something, I don't know. We cannot tell what is going to happen with this money. But he now owes nobody since the matter has been struck off. So, Matt, you understand what's happening? These people will engage with everybody they think that can go out there, sell a chunk of passport to come back and corrupt our election.
But it's only fair, though, Hillary Schwinfeld, that Mr. Sam Raphael will give his side of the story.
Matt, there can be no sides to that story.
Okay.
It is clear that he cut the money under the past administration. It is clear that he did not pay and the matter was taken to court. There's a public document, which I have a copy of, where the matter was struck off. I think he was represented by either Kevin or Singola Bunkis. And the matter was struck out for want of prosecution. The AG did not represent. That is a public document. He received money from the insurance.
I have seen it.
And if the matter is struck out, what are you going to pay? There's no more debt. The property is now his own. He can sell the rest of it and make millions for himself. And he still have another chunk of passport to sell. He's offered another chunk of passport to do another settlement in your area, Matt. So what other side of the story? I understand he was on a program in the United States trying to do damage control so that he can go out there and sell more passport. But the country must be guarded against these people. They are not in the interest of our country. They are not in the interest of free and fair elections. And I am calling on Dominicans to stand ready. Stand firm. Be prepared when the government attempt to bring this act to Parliament to take even stronger form of protest against that particular act legitimizing bribery.
I have seen Hillary Schwinfeld. We have to wrap it up now. I have seen the Master's Court document that you have just been speaking about, and it says upon this matter.
Isn't that the document I sent you?
I think it came from some source.
I sent you that document.
But reading this from, I think Mr. Sam Raphael has a copy of this document.
It is his document. It's a court order
upon this matter coming up for the hearing of the application filed by the defendant on March 14, 2017. I think seeking an order to the matter to be struck out for the want of prosecution, the application not opposed. So we'll continue. We'll talk to Mr.
What?
Unopposed.
Unopposed, exactly. They give no representation.
Yes.
Because in their circles, they had already struck the deal. We're not going to defend that, bro. Just come on board.
I will give the gentleman an opportunity to.
Let me say thank you to Dominica. Let me say thank you to you, Matt, Q95, and the entire listening public for the support. And we will continue when James and myself will continue to put Dominica first. We are not satellites of UWP. I will never be a satellite of the United Workers' Party. I will never ever be. And my understanding of when James, Dominica will come first.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Whatever we do at the commission.
Thank you. You guys will be back, I'm sure. We'll come back.
The views expressed during this program are not necessarily those of WISE-Q95 FM Radio. WISE-Q95 FM Radio has not been able to independently verify the factual correctness of the allegations and statements made during this program and cannot vouch for their accuracy. Therefore, WISE-Q95 FM Radio will not accept any responsibility or liability for the statements or allegations made in the course of this program.
Hi. My name is Janet Pelui. Is this Mike?
Yes, Janet Pelui. Mike, yes, speaking.
Hi, Mike. My son
Yes,
Peter
speaking.
called you this morning
to make that
regarding
critical call to family and
tickets.
friends. You can also activate one of our talk, text, and the data plans to cover all your communications needs during the hurricane season. Simply dial *129 # to activate. And remember, Flow Credit is available at several locations all across Dominica. What about that good old faithful fixed line? A fixed line is the perfect alternative during this time of year. Come into Flow and ask about our free fixed line handset with service sign-up. Don't forget our charging stations, which are free to the public at our Customer Experience Center. Need to charge your phone? Our doors are wide open and welcoming. We are in the hurricane season. Always be prepared with Flow.
There's nothing better. Nice like this with St. Lucia. I'm a victim of theft. Kyrie FM, the genuine song alongside Insanity Band present Victim of Theft. Live in colors in the streets of Castries for St. Lucia Carnival, July 17th and 18th, 2017. Revelers in St. Lucia and Dominica. If you missed last year, you can't afford to miss this year, cause this year the vibes turn up. Hear this, the band consists of two sections, the t-shirt section and the costume section. Added to this, you can also play mass in powder, in paint, in foam, and in water. 767. Performing live on the big truck will be the pioneers of Bouillon Music, the Big Bad WCK, alongside Ricky T, Major Mystic, and DJ Snow. All these powered by Gator Sound.
Gator Sounds at the top.
St. Lucia Massive. It's gonna be a live concert on wheels. For more info, call 1758-452-1079, 1758-715-5175, or 1767-448-7331. Other partners include Bounty Rum, Choice TV, Blue Water, Flow, King Ocean, the Events Company of St. Lucia, and the Government of St. Lucia. Revelers from Dominica, St. Lucia, and all over the Caribbean. Get ready to play mass in the Victim of Theft, live in colors in the streets of Castries for St. Lucia Carnival, July 17th and 18th, 2017.
St. Lucia meet Dominica. We coming to us. Look it coming, calling you. Want to win $1,000 cash by July 1st? Drop up $25 or more from now at any Flow location until June 30th, and you could win $1,000 cash. Yes, $1,000 cash. Yes, you could win $1,000 cash by simply topping up your Flow phone anywhere Flow Top Up is sold. Top up now, and you could win $1,000 cash. Flow terms and conditions apply.
And the bling and the expensive thing on. I never had the money, never had nice living. And mama say, oh, you could have it all. Just work hard for yours. I say, mama, you know I'll work hard for sure. Now Jaja bless me with the opportunity to fly country to country. Now I could drink champagne when I thirst. Now I could see only thing I never see. They say this how I eat man so rock. But I thank me for the run the family. Now no bad mind boy they can stop me. On every show I smiling cause trust me, life is so lovely. Whoa, and I'm far from finished. Whoa, and I can't believe it. No, see I'm far from finished. Whoa, love the life that I live in. I say na na na, I say na na na, say na na na, I say na na na, I say thankful for all the times I failed. And Papa say, oh son, you can't give up. What's the use for you? I said, Papa, you know I will never stop, no. Now Jaja bless me with the opportunity to fly country to country. Now I could drink champagne when I'm thirsty. Now I could see all the thing I never see. They say this how I get man so lucky. But I thank you for the run never made. Now no bad mind boy they can stop me. And every show I'm smiling cause trust me, love is so lovely, boy. And I'm far from finished. Cause I come from far, so every little thing that you have, be grateful for. And we don't chase material thing. No. I'm far from finished. I'm so far,
far from finished. As we do it, as we do it for flow right now. Yeah, man, I gotta encourage you to activate, sign up your combo plan. Talk, text, and data. Star 129 number sign. This is how we flow. My crew at Mapping. How you doing, man? Get on board the Pink Connection trade at Mapping today. Free installation and reconnection of TV and internet services. Check them out, alright? Downtown Roseau. Check them out at the office at Mapping, man. Nice and easy as we proceed. Let's go. This is Lyrica right here.
Celebrating life.
He's gonna be performing at the Caribbean High Saturday, July 1.
I ain't living for.
Get ready, man. Get ready.
That's why I live in for tonight. I'm calm night. That's why I live in for
Caribbean 246, powered up by Flow. Yeah, man, and of course, Flow is right now giving you a chance to go to the event. Big top up and win promotion. Oh yeah, niceness now. Cloud9, Lyrica, one of the artists set to perform. Get on board the Flow today. Let's do this.
Oh Lord, celebrating life. I know the limit is the sky. Yeah. And I know that I ain't living twice. Hey. That's why I live in for tonight. I'm cloud nine. That's why I live in for tonight. I'm cloud nine. If like it all could end tonight. I'm cloud nine. That's why I live in for tonight. I'm cloud nine. And you might see me stumbling, but once my heart's still pumping, I must wind up on something. And there's vibes in and no ceiling. It's exactly how I'm feeling, and I don't care who watch it. Cause I done high already. Feel I could fly already. And up in the sky already. Already. Oh Lord, I celebrating life. And when I wake up in the morning, don't tell me about last night. And if you take a picture, don't tag me on no sites. I can't predict the future, so I'm taking this full flight. That's why I live in for tonight. I'm cloud nine. That's why I live in for tonight. I'm cloud nine. Live like it all could end tonight. I'm cloud nine. That's why I live in for tonight. I'm cloud nine. On every single season, this is the perfect reason I live in so affected. And the soca water bleeding inside my vein is streaming, so you can't see me stopping. Cause I done high already. Feel I could fly already. And up in the sky already. Oh Lord, high. Celebrating life. And when I wake up in the morning, don't tell me about last night. And if you take a picture, don't tag me on no site. I can't predict the future. future. So I'm taking this full flight. That's why I'm living for tonight. Yeah. On cloud nine. That's why I'm living for tonight. Yeah. On cloud nine. Live like it all good end tonight. Yeah. On cloud nine. That's why I'm living for tonight. On cloud nine. Hey, we love we life so we celebrate. We don't want no time to hate. We see fetting heavyweight. Fetting now we don't want to wait. Energy don't elevate. So let we demonstrate. Drinks so we head down every fet we day. Cause we done high already. Feel like we fly already. And up in the sky already. Already. Oh Lord, a high. Celebrating life. And when I wake up in the morning, don't tell me about last night. And if you take a picture, don't tag me on the site. I can't predict the future, so I'm taking this full flight. That's why I'm living for tonight.
Yep. In everything, we're just giving thanks, man. Good day, bad day, always good. We're giving thanks to Flo, though. We're giving thanks to Flo for giving us all those great deals, man. Pure niceness, man. A chance to win $1,000 cash. Yeah, man. We're giving thanks to Flo. Oh yeah, we're giving thanks to Flo. We're powering up the Caribbean hype, of course. Another big artist set to perform. Listen. This is Stasha. Right here, right now. Come true.
Not giving you pressure one time until like me entire world. Don't put me in danger, boy. I want to know if you any good. Don't want nothing extra, baby. Show me what a big man can do. I want a man who can let it good, set it good. I am a queen, independent. Try to have me up in no scene.
I'm looking forward to seeing Stasha on the big stage. Easy. Saturday, July 1. Caribbean High. Let's do this now.
Not giving you pressure one time until like me entire world. Don't put me in danger, boy. I want to know if you any good. Don't want nothing extra, baby. Show me what a big man can do. I want a man who can let it good, set it good. I am a queen, independent. Don't try to have me up in no scene when I'm with my friends. Them nobody ever said I should be your possession. You always asking if I ready for this session. Yeah. Boy, you damn well rude. You don't know me too good. Want to light my fire, but you don't have no firewood. Girl, you sweet talking. Yes, that's with melanin. You have to come good if you want to love my sugar cream. Yeah. You behind me in the jam expecting to get some waves. Boy, to get my seasoning, this full package you have to take. I not in your small boy thing. I want a man I can own. Boy, if you can man up, then you better leave me alone. I am a queen, independent. Don't try to have me up in no scene when I'm with my friends. Them nobody ever said I should be your possession. You always asking if I ready for this session. Yeah. Boy, you damn well rude. You don't know me too good. Want to light my fire, but you don't have no firewood. Girl, you sweet talking. Yes, that's with melanin. You have to come good if you want to love my sugar cream. Yeah. From my pleasure you learning, but the fire not burning. You tell me you know how to spark it up, but you still not burning. Now it's the perfect timing. You got my interest shifting. You can talk the talk, but to walk the walk you get stuck. I am a queen, independent. Don't try to have me up in no scene when I'm with my friends. Them nobody ever said I should be your possession. You always asking if I ready for this session. Yeah. Boy, you damn well rude. You don't know me too good. Want to light my fire, but you don't have no firewood. Girl, you sweet talking. Yes, that's with melanin. You have to come good if you want to love my sugar cream. Yeah. Not giving you pressure one time until like me entire world. Don't put me in danger, boy. I want to know if you any good.
Stasha, right here, right now. I just love this one, man. I just love this one. pure niceness as we do it. For the most advanced telecommunication network in Dominica. Big value, big savings. Available at Flow, man. Make your own magic. Make your magic at Flow. Everything good, everything nice, everything just blessed. St. Lucia, listen up, man.
There's nothing better. Nice like this with St. Lucia. I'm a victim of fate.
Kyrie FM, the genuine song alongside Insanity Band present Victim of Fate. Live in colors in the streets of Castries for St. Lucia Carnival, July 17th and 18th, 2017. Revelers in St. Lucia and Dominica. If you missed last year, you can't afford to miss this year, cause this year the vibes turn up. Hear this, the band consists of two sections, the t-shirt section and the costume section. Added to this, you can also play mass in powder, in paint, in foam and in water. 767. Performing live on the big truck will be the pioneers of Bouillon music, the Big Bad WCK, alongside Ricky T, Major Mystic and DJ Snow. All these powered by Gator Sound. Gator Sounds at the top. St. Lucia Massive, it's gonna be a live concert on wheels. For more info, call 1758-452-1079, 1758-715-5175, or 1767-448-7331. Other partners include Bounty Rum, Choice TV, Blue Water, Flow, King Ocean, the Events Company of St. Lucia, and the Government of St. Lucia. Revelers from Dominica, St. Lucia, and all over the Caribbean. Get ready to play mass in the Victim of Fate, live in colors in the streets of Castries for St. Lucia Carnival, July 17th and 18th, 2017.
St. Lucia, meet Dominica. We coming to mash it up. Look it, coming calling you.
Want to win $1,000 cash by July 1st? Top up $25 or more from now at any Flow location until June 30th, and you could win $1,000 cash. Yes, $1,000 cash. Yes, you could win $1,000 cash by simply topping up your Flow phone anywhere Flow top up is sold. Top up now, and you could win $1,000 cash. Flow terms and conditions apply. Want to win $1,000 cash by July 1st? Top up $25 or more from now at any Flow location until June 30th, and you could win $1,000 cash. Yes, $1,000 cash. Yes, you could win $1,000 cash by simply topping up your Flow phone anywhere Flow top up is sold. Top up now, and you could win $1,000 cash. Flow terms and conditions apply.
It's not good enough for me.
DSC Vibes Aras Entertainment alongside Virus Entertainment brings you Color Me Fete Volume 3, Friday, July 7 from 7 p.m. at the Cicero Hotel. More music, more paint, more vibe with live juggling and entertainment by DJ Shield, DJ Snow, Major Mystic, Unstoppable DJs, Trilogy, Kex Mafia, Signal Band, Stasha, Champion, Expression Band, and the Big Bad Triple K.
Yo, what are you doing by yourself?
Color Me Fete Volume 3, Friday, July 7 at the Cicero Hotel. $25 in advance, $30 at the gate. This event is sponsored by Gents Learning Center, Whitchurch, Caribbean Spurlock, Virus Entertainment, BFA, Swirls, Toujours Hot, ACS, Flow Dominica, Easy Buy, Archipelago, Extreme Auto, Phone Shack, 365 MMP, Rainbow Rentals, Zepex Color Lab, Tony's Punch, Roddy Barber Shop, RER, Escape Bar and Grill.
We are in the hurricane season, and your most reliable service provider, Flow, wants you to be prepared. It is extremely important to have a working handset during the hurricane season. There's a large selection at Flow, including affordable handsets which feature FM radio and flashlights. Also ensure that your phones have sufficient credit to make that critical call to family and friends. You can also activate one of our talk, text, and data plans to cover all your communications needs during the hurricane season. Simply dial *129 # to activate. And remember, Flow Credit is available at several locations all across Dominica. What about that good old faithful fixed line? Of fixed line is the perfect alternative during this time of year. Come into Flow and ask about our free fixed line handset with service sign-up. Don't forget our charging stations, which are free to the public at our Customer Experience Center. Need to charge your phone? Our doors are wide open and welcoming. We are in the hurricane season. Always be prepared with Flow.
Caribbean Hype 246 2017. Your official international passport to soca music. Saturday, July 1st at the Pottersville Savannah. And it all kicks off at 8 p.m. Performing live out of Dominica. Major Mystic. Hype DJ. Also on the lineup, DJ C. Your band. Triple K International. The first Serenade band. Performing straight from Trinidad. Traveling The Voice and Lyrical. GBM Neutral. And from Barbados, Hyper Sounds. This is one event you don't want to miss for the summer. Saturday, July 1st. Tickets cost $30 at the gate, $40 at the door. Ultimate VIP cost $200. Tickets on sale from June 1st at the Whitchurch main office. Real beer is a carrot. Pottersville Savannah. Fun, entertainment, music, love. Carrot Beer 246. Drink responsibly. Your soca passport. See you there. See you there. If you just want taking this full flight, that's why I live it for tonight. Flow is a proud sponsor of Caribbean Hype 246 2017. Want to win tickets to Caribbean Hype 246? Top up $25 or more at the Flow store or any of our vendor locations and be one of 5 lucky winners of tickets to Caribbean Hype 246. Compliments Flow. Caribbean Hype is on Saturday, July 1st at the Pottersville Savannah. Top up now for your chance to be at this major Flow sponsored event featuring local DJs, the Triple K International, First Serenade Band, and foreign acts including Traveling The Voice and Lord Hype, GBM Neutron, Marve, Hyper Sounds and Lyrical. Top up only $25. Only $25. And you, yes, you could win tickets to Caribbean Hype Compliments Flow. Flow, your preferred community partner. That's why I live in for tonight.
Isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow. And you come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a chance. Now take my hand, stop it, and the man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And now I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room. And now my bedsheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. 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 Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of when we came, we let the story begin. We're going out on our first date. You and me are thrifty, so go all you can eat. Fill up your bag and I fill up the plate. We talk for hours and hours about the sweet and the sour and how your family's doing okay. And leaving, getting a taxi, kissing the backseat, tell the driver make the radio play. And I'm singing like, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. Push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. were in my room. And now my bed sheets smell like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Well, I'm in love with your body. 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 Every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of you. Come on, be my baby, come on. 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 I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body.
We're loving it right here, right now. Yeah, man. Big value, big saving. Take advantage of the various promotions that are happening right here, right now at Flow. Make your own magic, man. Oh, yeah. There's an app that it's called Deezer. You can listen to all the hottest albums right there, right now. Just download the app called Deezer, alright? Solid. Let's go to another level now.
You feel me so.
All compliments our good buddies at Flow.
Fight for your baby.
More savings at Flow.
You know, give it up easy.
More fun at Flow.
You love somebody.
Sir, 1 to 9 number sign. Activate your combo plan today.
I mean, give you the best time.
Oh yeah.
You feel me so.
Watch it now.
Fight for your baby. You know, give it up easy. When you love somebody, you know, give it up easy. When you love someone, have a dance with me, baby. Take a break from work now. No, you tell me how you feel. For once, now your life just be real. Can't take when we scream and fall. This time if you smile all night. I've been thinking about you. I hope say you're thinking of me. You have me addicted like Hennessy. Addicted like weed.
Sit down! Me approve me the baddest. Play it on the man.
Girl, I mean give you the best time. You feel be me soldier. Fight for your baby. You know give it up easy. When you love somebody, you know give it up easy.
Yes, sir.
When you love someone,
you and I
have a dance with me, baby.
Pure niceness.
Some work now.
Pure niceness.
When you tell me how you feel,
you and I.
Now your life just
listen now.
Can't take when we scream and fall. This time if you smile all night. I've been thinking about you. I hope say you're thinking of me. You have me addicted like Hennessy. Addicted like weed. Addicted like music. Attracted to me. Addicted like Hennessy. Addicted like weed. Addicted like music. Come wind up my man, y'all. You know I fight every day of the week. You know you want me. You tight fat move my fight for me see. What you video are those? Turn on, fall in love and go and punish it. I make me juice. Now off night we'd fall in love and repeat. I am so addicted like Hennessy. Addicted like weed. Addicted like music. Attracted to me. Addicted like Hennessy. Addicted like weed. Addicted like music. Attracted to me, baby. Me no want lose ya, you no want lose me. Love you so much, although I am so funny. Me all looking at your eyes, them when me dick inside you. And if you say, will you marry me? Me say, baby, I do. You want me addicted like Hennessy. Addicted like weed. Addicted like music. Attracted to me. Addicted like Hennessy. Addicted like weed. Addicted like music. Baby, we feel the best time. Baby, like we.
More fun at Flow, more savings. Take advantage of the various promotion, man. Top up, $25 or more. Get a chance to win some tickets, of course, to go to the Caribbean High. It's happening Saturday, July 1. Remember, ladies, now.
Listen. Extra.
I'm doing this for you now.
I know everybody got to blessing someone.
Let me wet it up now. Now.
Dog, you be the first girl I ever get right up. Careful. Well, yo, Frost. Yeah, hear me? Them man no girl is free. Let me tell you something if you never know an idiot boy and you make she know me. Carry news to gal on a bad man style, nah. Mama la she. Pour out the matter what this me I feel like she scream, chat, she text send me. Bet she have you as a big yes man. Tell you the man have his for me. Girl when you're hungry can imagine if you touch man, they are bang it for me. Vendetta, goes up, you a storyteller, nothing what you say. We no believe. Yeah, you ruling the heavy mother when the dog them really say to me. Bet she have you as a Mr. Out in a beef and every girl a swarm man. Then me go supreme, them say this a no yard man. Take a boy girl in a second, no run for the tall man. But one of me, if my friend them want touch it two best friend, them on the sleep, never plan. That no mean them easy, that name style and pattern, I'm in a two talk, no. You something safe for the done. Pick a country, me cover every nation, no for them a pattern, my style no understand. Can't do what me do, you no name Merlin. I'll cash a session, make it clear from the grammar, me tell it them a beat, me make it clear, not the song. Play this for my fans, play this for my sons, play this to the world, boy, them a feel like sitting young. Any girl me be with have to rape me to the ground, I never pull a condom yet, and never put it back down, yo, Frost. Them man no girl is free. Let me tell you something if you never know an idiot boy and you make she know me. Carry news to gal on a bad man style, nah. Mama la she. Pour out the matter what this me I feel like she scream, chat, she text send me. Bet she have you as a big yes man. Tell you the man have his for me. Gal when you're hungry can imagine if you touch man, they are bang it for me. Goes up, you a storyteller, nothing what you say. We no believe.
UANI. Pure niceness, man. That one you're tough. That one you're tough. We have to do that one again, man.
Sit down. Me approve. Now the baddest. Play it on the
man. Extra, listen.
Learn from this.
No, everybody got a blessing someone.
Learn from this.
Someone need extra lessons.
Big value.
Now they're beautiful.
Big savings at Flow.
Careful.
Yeah, man.
Well.
Remember to sign up for your internet from Flow. Right? The most reliable, the most dependable. When you sign up today, you get free installation, your free Wi-Fi modem, 50% off the first 3 months. Easy, man.
Now they're beautiful.
Easy.
Careful.
Mr. Bus Driver.
Well.
Get rid of some volume for me, please.
Yeah, hear me. Them man no girl is free. Let me tell you something if you never know an idiot boy and you make she know me. Carry news to gal on a bad man style, nah. Mama la she. Pour out the matter what this me I feel like she scream, chat, she text send me. Bet she have you as a big yes man. Tell you the man have his for me. Gal when you're hungry can imagine if you touch man, they are bang it for me. Vendetta, goes up, you a storyteller, nothing what you say. We no believe. Yeah, you ruling the heavy mother when the dog them really say to me. Bet she have you as a Mr. Out in a beef and every girl a swarm man. Then me go supreme, them say this a no yard man. Take a boy girl in a second, no run for the tall man. But one of me, if my friend them want touch it two best friend, them on the sleep, never plan. That no mean them easy, that name style and pattern, I'm in a two talk. No, you something safe for the done. Pick a country, me cover every nation. No for them a pattern, my style no understand. Can't do what me do, you no name Merlin. I'll cash a session, make it clear from the grammar. Me tell it them a beat, me make it clear, not the song. Play this for my fans, play this for my sons, play this to the world, boy, them a feel like sitting young. Any girl me be with have to rape me to the ground. I never pull a condom yet, and never put it back down, yo, Frost. Them man no girl is free. Let me tell you something if you never know an idiot boy and you make she know me. Carry news to gal on a bad man style, nah. Mama la she. Pour out the matter what this me I feel like she scream, chat, she text send me. Bet she have you as a big yes man. Tell you the man have his for me. Gal when you're hungry can imagine if you touch man, they are bang it for me. Goes up,
Oh yeah, man. Flow is giving you a chance to go to one of the biggest events for summer. Caribbean Hype 246. Simply top of your phone, $25 or more. Get a chance to win some tickets, man.
Well straight, stop down about spark, the peanut school well late. But I'm a dog ends every day, is a new face I'ma get every day, but Friday was my fave. That I use lyrics because I never have waves. The time when I'm young and wild, I'm have years. No more than I wanna deal with the streets and we am exchange number after me exchange DNA. Magician with my voice, she do anything what me say. Yeah. She say she have a man, but she give it up anyway. The shot girl have me know she lonely. When she lonely, I want her love, you know the day. Play this for my sons, play this for the world, boy, them I feel like sitting young. Touch her another hours, cut before the morning sun. And then the girl want me deal with them, I for rip me to the ground. Yeah, yeah, hey man, no girl is free. No. Let me tell you something if you never know an idiot, boy.
And every time we give thanks, man, good day, bad day. It's always good.
Bad man style, no. More that shit.
I wanna say it. There's always a silver lining in every dark cloud. I'm getting ready for Caribbean 246 Saturday, July 1. Trust me, and you know me already. The bigger the crowd, the wilder I get. Listen now.
Arms House Records.
Any point, any girl, many pun, many, so we do 20 bars up.
Hold it there.
Arms House Records.
Any point, any girl, many pun, many, so we do 20 bars up.
This one is a hit.
Ever heat upon
heat after heat, all compliments flow.
Sound, girl, ever look neat, ever flash out. I feel on your two-piece with your parts out. Any point, any girl, many pun, many. Pretty girl with a body, with a bad anybody, you me need a pretty car for my team. She called my inside the first time, don't have the rest of the street, you know what I mean? She said, hey pretty girl, what you doing out there? So she hurting a lover, now she don't care. Pretty girl with a body, you with a mad anybody, so me take her off for the scene. You're right up, be a gun job on round her, everybody I know drama. She come round and see for herself, so me do whatever the fuck we wanna. Me say you're not ready, she said nah son. See the liquor just a kick, you know what touch her. I feel take with that kick as she a scratch her. Turn round, back it up inna the corner. Baby you a dancer, you look so innocent, me wouldn't think you want her. She want. No ask me what she do with it, you know the answer. You're pretty and you're elegant. None of up yourself, but you're ever relevant. All natural, nothing enhanced. All when you cover it, it's evident. Baby, man cheat, but woman cheat. You mess around with just the wrong people. Man a wicked then, woman a evil. Call a spade, what we evil. Pretty girl, no secret, typical. Give me all of your love, me give you reciprocal. Funny phone, me give you the lyrical. But you're in a person, give you the physical. Pretty girl with a body, with a mad anybody. You me need a people type from a team. Give her some. First time turn I'll be rest of the street, you know what I mean? You say, hey pretty girl, what you doing out there? Say she hurting a lover, now she don't care. Pretty girl with a body, you with a mad anybody, so me take her off for the scene. I'ma take you out, I'ma break you out, I'ma let you know what I'm thinking. Take away all the doubt, what you worried about? Come back and make a toast, too long living. Nobody can stop you from linking. We're past the iceberg, we're not sinking. Just give me your support, wanna make you proud. Gonna let you know how I'm feeling. Man cheat, but woman cheat. We mess around with just the wrong people. Man a wicked then, woman a evil. Call a spade, what we evil. Pretty girl, no secret, typical. Give me all of your love, me give you reciprocal. Funny phone, me give you the lyrical. But you're in a person, give you the physical. Pretty girl with a body, me with a mad anybody. You me need a people type from a team. Give her some. First time turn I'll be rest of the street, you know what I mean? You say, hey pretty girl, what you doing out there? Say she hurting a lover, now she don't care. Pretty girl with a body, you with a mad anybody, so me take her off for the scene. Any point, any girl, many pound, many, so we do 20 bars up. Ever hit up on me, sitting creep up on me, that I pass out. Girl, ever look neat, ever flash out. I feel on your two-piece with your parts out.
Niceness, right? Yeah, man, it must be nice. You're representing the most advanced telecommunications. We're talking about flow. St. Lucia Massive, get ready, we coming. Everything nice. Dominica, get a chance to win $1,000. Listen to this.
Want to win $1,000 cash by July 1st? Top up $25 or more from now at any Flow location until June 30th, and you could win $1,000 cash. Yes, $1,000 cash. Yes, you could win $1,000 cash by